ABCD is a quadrilateral. This one is a right angle triangle. This one is an equilateral triangle. Its side length 26 centimeter. So area of this triangle is root 3 by 4 into side square, that is root 3 by 4 into 26 into 26, this much square centimeter. You can calculate this one. Now for this triangle, this is a right angle triangle, this is height. So if we know the value of AB, then by half base into height we can easily find out area of this triangle. Now to find out AB, we know two things. The hypotenuse BD of the triangle ABD is given 26. The perpendicular is given 24. So using Pythagoras theorem, you can easily find out the value of AB. So AB will be square root of BD square minus AD square using Pythagoras theorem. As I said you, I am not solving this sum. I am just discussing the sum so that you can solve it by yourself. So AB will be this one, that is root over 26 square minus AD is 24 square. Okay, calculate it and solve it. Calculate it and solve it. So question number 25, what is given? Find the area of a parallelogram ABCD. A parallelogram ABCD is given. ABCD. Now what is given? AC 30. The diagonal AC is 30 centimeter. AB equal to 28 centimeter. This is 28 centimeter and this is 26 centimeter. Okay. You have to find out area of this parallelogram. Now look, here we will use one thing, that the diagonal of a parallelogram divides it into two triangles of equal area. Here we will use the theorem, the statement of the theorem. There is a theorem that the diagonal, any diagonal of a parallelogram divides it into two triangles of equal area. Write it down. We know that diagonal of a parallelogram divides it into triangles, two triangles of equal area. Therefore, area of triangle ABC equal to area of triangle ACD by ADC যাচ্ছে, ABC and ACD. These two triangles are equal. Sorry sir, I was disconnected. So can you repeat question number 25? Okay. Just read the question. In a parallelogram, diagonal AC is given 30 centimeter, AB 28, BC 26. We all know the diagonal of a parallelogram divides it into two triangles of equal area. So area of this triangle and area of this triangle, they will be equal. Now use Heron's formula to find out area of this triangle, triangle ABC. Then multiply it by 2. because this area plus this area is the area of the parallelogram ABCD. Area of parallelogram ABCD equal to, right, therefore area of parallelogram ABCD equal to 2 into area of triangle ABC. Now area of triangle ABC, use this formula S into S minus A into S minus B into S minus C. Okay, where S equal to this one plus this one plus this one by 2, 30 plus 26 plus 28 by 2 centimeter, and consider A as 30, B as 26, C as 28, then calculate it. Okay, these sums you have to complete, 25 and 26. In a trapezium we have two parallel sides and two non-parallel sides. In question number 28 it is given area of this trapezium is 475 square centimeter and the height, that is the distance between these two parallel sides, is 19 centimeter. Let us name this trapezium P, Q, R, S. The trapezium PQRS we have considered, whose area is 475 square centimeter, height 19 centimeter. Next, what is given? Find the length of its two parallel sides if one side is 4 centimeter greater than the other side. That means we have to find out length of PS and length of QR, where Devjit is saying no sir. Why? What no? A quadrilateral with one pair of equal and opposite sides is called a trapezium. Yes, that's what I said. PQRS is a trapezium where one pair of opposite sides, PQ, PS and QR, they are parallel and these two are non-parallel. So one pair of opposite sides, they are parallel. That's why it's a trapezium. So what is given? One side is greater than the other side by 4 centimeter. Let us take this PS to be x centimeter. Length of PS be x. So what will be the length of QR? X plus 4. Okay. So write down. Let PQRS be the trapezium where PS is parallel to QR. Let PS is parallel to QR and PS equal to x centimeter. Therefore, QR it will be x plus 4 centimeter by the given condition. Okay. So half into base into height. Sorry. Half into sum of parallel sides into height is the area, is the formula to find out area of a trapezium. Area of a trapezium equal to half into sum of parallel sides into height. half into sum of parallel sides into height. This is the formula to find out area of a trapezium. Sum of parallel sides means PS plus QR. Height is 19 centimeter already given. Okay. So half into x plus 4 into height 19, that will give you 475. Okay. So write down, therefore area of a trapezium is this one. So half into sum of parallel sides x plus 4 into height is 19, that is equal to 475. That implies half into 2x plus 4 into 19, 475. Calculate the value of x. Calculate the value of x. These 2 will be multiplied with 475. This 19 we have to divide. That implies 2x plus 4 equal to 475 into 2 by 19. Calculate this number 475. Is it divisible by 19? 19 into 2, 38. Okay. So 38. What will be the value? 2 95. Okay. So 5 into 2, that is 50. That implies 2x plus 4 equal to this one. 2x plus 4 equal to 50. That implies 2x equal to 50 minus 4, that is 46. So x will be 46 by 2. So x will be 46 by 2, that is 23. So one side is 23, another side will be 23 plus 4, that is 27. So write down. Therefore, one of the parallel sides, Bayram. Therefore, the parallel sides are 23 centimeter and 23 plus 4, 27 centimeter. Okay. So if you are done, you can do 32. Start doing question number 32. In question number 32, what is given? A rhombus, yes, I am repeating, a rhombus shaped sheet with perimeter 40 centimeter. So let us consider that this one is a rhombus shaped sheet of paper whose perimeter is 40 centimeter. Now perimeter of a rhombus, what is the formula? 4 into side. Because in a rhombus we have length of all the sides equal. So perimeter means sum of all the sides. That is 4 into side. Okay. So write down. Put your audio off. Students, put your audio off. Write down. Perimeter of a rhombus equal to 4 into side. Therefore, 4 into side equal to 40. That implies side equal to 10 centimeter. Okay. Side equal to 10 centimeter. So this is 10. This is 10. Now what is given? One of the diagonal is 12 centimeter. One of the diagonal is 12 centimeter. So here we have to use another property of rhombus, that in a rhombus the diagonals are perpendicular bisectors of each other. What does it mean? If we name the rhombus A, B, C, D, ABCD is the rhombus, BD and AC are two diagonals, so they will intersect. If they intersect at point O, this is the O point, so this side OA and this side OC, they will be equal. Also OB and OD, they will be equal. Whatever is the value of OB, that will be the value of OD. Whatever is the value of OA, that will be the value of OC. Okay. Also there is a property for rhombus, that in a rhombus the diagonals are not equal. They may be equal. If they are equal, then the rhombus converts into squares. If the diagonals are equal in a rhombus, then the rhombus is said to be a square. So here we usually consider that in a rhombus it has different length diagonals. So once diagonal is given 12 centimeter, let BD be 12. So this portion will make it half of this point O, will divide BD into two equal halves. That is, this side it will be 6 centimeter, this side it will be 6 centimeter. Okay. Now what we have to find out? We have to find out the value of AC, the another diagonal, so that we can use the formula half into product of the diagonals to find out area of this rhombus. Now I said that in a rhombus the diagonals are perpendicular bisectors. Bisector means half up. Now perpendicular means at point O we have four 90-degree angles. All these angles are 90 degree. That means OB and OC, they are perpendicular to each other. Similarly, OC, OD, they are perpendicular to each other. OA, OD, perpendicular to each other. OB, OA, they are perpendicular to each other. So actually we have four right angle triangles here. We have to find out value of AC. Listen to me carefully first. We have to find out value of AC. Again, in AC, OA equal to OC. So AC equal to AO plus OC. AO and OC are equal. So we can write either AC equal to 2 times AO or 2 times OC. Whatever. So if we can find out the value of either OA or OC, we can easily find out the value of AC. Okay. So write down whatever I am saying. Let ABCD be the rhombus. Let ABCD be the rhombus. Let ABCD be the rhombus. Perimeter of a rhombus equal to 4 into side. Therefore, 4 into side equal to 40. Why? Here write by the given condition, or write BTP by the given condition. So side equal to 10 centimeter. Okay. Next, write down. Let diagonal BD equal to 12 centimeter. Let diagonal BD equal to 12 centimeter. Therefore, okay, before write therefore, write down let diagonal BD be 12 centimeter and O be the point of intersection of diagonals AC and BD. Let diagonal BD be 12 centimeter and O be the point of intersection of the diagonals AC and BD. Therefore, BO equal to OD and write it like, therefore BO equal to OD, comma, AO equal to OC, BO equal to OD and AO equal to OC. Therefore, AC equal to 2 times AO equal to 2 times OC, whatever. AC equal to 2 times AO or 2 times, this is 2 times OC. We know that diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular bisectors of each other. We know that diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular bisectors of each other. May I wrap this portion? Anybody still writing? Okay, no. We know that diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular bisectors of each other. Therefore, from right triangle BOC, look here, as I said you, the diagonals are perpendicular bisectors. That means we have 4 right angles here. So this one is a right angle triangle, this one is a right angle triangle, this one is a right angle triangle, this one is a right angle triangle. Choose any of the right angle triangles. We have choose right angle triangle BOC. So from right angle triangle BOC, look, this is right angle. So that means this one BC is the hypotenuse. In a right angle triangle, the side opposite to the right angle is the hypotenuse. So the side BC is opposite to the right angle, so it is the hypotenuse. So write it here. From right angle triangle BOC, BC equal to hypotenuse equal to square root of BO square plus OC square. BO square plus OC square. Or you can write it like this. BC square equal to hypotenuse square equal to perpendicular square plus base square. So BO square plus OC square. Now put the values. BC equal to 10 centimeter because this is the side of the rhombus. We have to find out OC. So keep it as it is. We know that OB equal to 6 centimeter because O bisects BD. So write down, that implies 10 square equal to 6 square plus OC square. Why? You have to give the reason. Since BC equal to side equal to 10 centimeter and O bisects and OB equal to, write it like this, BO equal to OD equal to BD by 2. BO equal to OD equal to BD by 2. That is 12 by 2 equal to 6. 6 centimeter. Now OC square equal to, can we write it like this? 10 square minus 6 square, that is 100 minus 36 equal to 64. So OC 64. That implies root over 64. OC square equal to 64, OC equal to root 64. That implies OC equal to 8. So if OC equal to 8, so AC equal to twice OC. That implies AC equal to 2 into OC equal to 2 into 8 centimeter equal to 16 centimeter. So you got the two diagonals. BD is given 12. You got AC equal to 16. Therefore, you have to find out area of the rhombus. Therefore, area of the rhombus ABCD equal to half into product of the diagonals equal to half into 12 into 16. This much square centimeter. 6, 8, so 96 square centimeter. So what is the answer? 96 square centimeter. And you have to find out the cost also. Look. Area of a rhombus, you are finding out this face. So if we paint on both sides, the area will be twice. That means then the area will be for the both sides. Area of one side, it will be, write it like this, area of the square, area of the rhombus ABCD, area of one side. Area of one side of the rhombus ABCD is this one. So therefore the cost will be For one face we have 96 square centimeter. For both the faces 96 into 2. So the cost will be 96 into 2 into 5. So last line. Anybody still doing this one? Please reply. Anybody still doing this one? Okay. Therefore the cost. Okay. Therefore the cost equal to 2 into 96 into 5, this much rupees. 5 into 2, 10, 10 into 96, rupees 960. This is your answer. Okay. If you are done, you can do question number 33. If you are done, you can do question number 33. Read the question number 33. The difference between the semi-perimeter and the sides of a triangle ABC are 8 centimeter, 7 centimeter and 5 centimeter respectively. Okay. Question number 33. Let ABC be the triangle. ABC be the triangle. It is already given. Let AB equal to A centimeter, BC equal to B centimeter, and CA equal to C centimeter. And AS be the semi-perimeter. So write down all the things. Let in the triangle, 1 minute. Let in the triangle ABC, AB equal to A centimeter, BC equal to B centimeter, and CA equal to C centimeter. Okay. And AS, the semi-perimeter, is A plus B plus C by 2. Okay. So what is given? The difference between the semi-perimeter and the sides of a triangle are 8, 7 and 5 respectively. That means S minus A equal to 8 centimeter, S minus B equal to 7 centimeter, and S minus C equal to 5 centimeter respectively. That is given. Okay. So if we add all these three, write down given. So if we add all these three, so can you write it like this? Therefore, S minus A plus S minus B plus S minus C equal to 8 plus 7 plus 5. Why we are doing this? Because we have to find out the semi-perimeter. We already know S minus A, S minus B, S minus C. Now if we know the value of S, we can easily use the Heron's formula, root over s into s minus a into s minus b into s minus c. So that's why we are doing this. That implies s, this s plus this s plus this s, that is 3s minus a minus b minus c equal to 7 plus 5, 12, 12 plus 8, 20. Okay. So 3s minus a minus b minus c equal to 20. Now look, can we write it like this? 3s minus a plus b plus c equal to 20. Okay. Here s equal to a plus b plus c by 2. So 2s equal to a plus b plus c. Isn't it? Semi-perimeter equal to a plus b plus c by 2. So twice s. So if we multiply these 2 and this s, we get 2s. 2s equal to a plus b plus c. So instead of a plus b plus c, we are writing s. That implies 3s minus s equal to 20. Write down the logic here. Since s equal to a plus b plus c by 2, that implies 2s equal to a plus b plus c. Okay. So what do you get? Sorry, here it will be 2s. It will be 2s. A plus b plus c equal to 2s. So 3s minus 2s, that implies s equal to 20. So you got s equal to 20, s minus a 8, s minus b 7, s minus c 5. Therefore you can easily find out the area of the triangle using Heron's formula. So last part, what you will write? Therefore area of the triangle, ABC equal to root over s into s minus a into s minus b into s minus c square unit. It will be, put the values, s equal to 20, s minus a 8 is given, s minus b 7 given, s minus c 5 given. Okay. So 20 into 5. There are two different ways. We can do it like this. 20 into 5, just factorize, normal method. 2 into 2, 4, 4 into 5, 20. 8, 2 into 2 into 2, 7 and 5. For these two, 1 will be outside the square root sign. For these two, 1 will be outside the square root sign. For this 5 and this 5, 1 will be outside the square root sign. So we are left with 2 and 7. So root over 2 into 7, that is 14. This much square centimeter. Here also write down square centimeter. Okay. 5 to the 10, 10 to the 20. So it is 20 root over 14 square centimeter. If the answer is in decimal, so that means they have to find out, then you have to find out square root of 14. If the answer is in this format, then keep it as it is. Copy the sum. Next day this chapter will be finished. We need one more day